Upadile is one of our performers who's never missed a show. Ever. Give her a big round of applause.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everyone is having a good night as much as I am. I would like to thank Travel Lodge, thank Tanks Media and Jägermeister and Bonham for organizing this event and making it possible for us to come and just be ourselves and perform for you guys. So I'm going to perform 2 poems. Usually there's a poem that I perform which is recorded, but today I just like to just listen. So I'm going to, there we go, here we go. In it to win it, the first spark. The first time is a sunrise, a horizon untouched by doubt, a golden thread of light, weaving itself into the fabric of my petals. That first win, a seed buried deep, waiting to burst into bloom. With the rain of belief, I am in it to win it. I felt it then, as I feel it now, the heartbeat of the earth beneath my feet, as I chase dreams, like a ball spun across a field of green. Each step's a dance with destiny, each breath a whispered promise to myself. I will rise. I am in it to win it. My soul is stitched with stories of first, of Botswana's first Olympic triumph, a spark ignited in a nation's chest that roared into wildfire, a victory spreading like winds across the sky of possibility. I am in it to win it. I carry that flame, a torch in the night, lighting the path for every step I take. Each poem, each thought, a constellation in the map of my becoming, a galaxy of moments strung together by the gravity of hope. I am in it to win it. Like the ball that sails in five-a-side battles of will, I am in it to win it. Not for the applause, but for the rise of the sun within me, for the strength found in the stumble, every fall for the chase of triumph. On the edge of defeat, I am in it to win it. I am a healthpreneur, tending to the garden of life. Each step on this field a testament to healing, to movement, to the flow of energy that shapes the soul. I am in it to win it. With every swing of the pendulum, I carry the first time again and again, not in trophies or medals, but in the quiet knowing that I am still here, still writing, still winning, still carrying that spark like Botswana's victory, turning first into forevers. I am in it to win it. Here, in this moment, I'm not just a nominee. I am the embodiment of every dream, every goal kissed by the winds of faith. I stand tall, a warrior of wellness, a poet of persistence, a seeker of new beginnings, and I am in it to win it every time. This poem was actually inspired by Mbali because there's something that I'm working on with her. And it's actually because of the nominations that I've recently got of the Founders of the Year Awards under Healthpreneur of the Year and Social Founder of the Year. And she awards again as Healthpreneur of the Year. So I am in it to win it. Those awards are coming here, that I'm bringing them home. I'd like to read one more poem to you. Echoes of a forgotten youth. Beneath the hills where shadows play, youth walk paths of dust and clay, with dreams like rivers running free, yet bound by chains they cannot see. Oh, you forgotten youth, arise, spread your beautiful wings and soar. The roots of home grow deep with strife, where whispers cut like blades of knife, family feuds like clouds descend, and hope is lost where love should mend. Oh, you forgotten youth, arise, spread your beautiful wings and soar. The politics of power reign, a silent storm, a growing stain. Corruption seeps through every pore, turning hearts to barren shore. Oh, you forgotten youth, arise, spread your beautiful wings and soar. The youth, once strong, now bend with weight of promise that come too late. In broken homes and hollow trust, they crumble slowly into dust. Yet somewhere in the cracking stone, the seeds of truth still find their home. Oh, you forgotten you. Arise, spread your beautiful wings and soar. Thank you so much. That's what I have to do.
Big round of applause for her. And I'm sure a lot of you guys who saw that ad realized that there's also a book launch happening. You guys aware of that? Yeah. You guys aware of that? Yes. You think it's a game? Ben the poet is here, and we're launching his book that he wrote himself. Like himself. And now it's a whole book. Some of you can't finish reading a book. And then you wrote one. A whole one. Big shout out to him. Let's give him a round of applause. He's going to be here any moment now with, of course, the rest of the poets for tonight. I would like to check if some of the people are here. Is Kazo here? Kazo there? Okay, all right. T, I think T's on his way. Poet was also on his way. Arthur Black. Is Arthur here tonight? Arthur's not here tonight. All right. Well, we've got a few more people. I just wanted to check those specifically. There's a guy called The Winner. The direct translation. Actually, no, it's not direct translation. His name becomes Victory, actually. Because Ubuda what they pay. Who of you guys remember paying? You guys remember paying from the last nights? Yeah? Yeah? Hey, yo. Big shout out to one of our performers. His name is Peggy. He's absolutely amazing. When I grow up, I want my head to be just like his. Penyo, come do the right thing. Round of applause.
In my father's house, we dance when mama cry. In my father's house, we dance when mama cry. With their tears, we wash clean the lie and pretend not to see the goblin suck the marrow from my bones dry. And that's the truth naked, but housed on the dark side of the moon to allow for a dance with the elephant in the room. Have I told you that we swallowed razor blades before we even started teething? My brother has a sword for a tongue, and he loves with a solid heart. He will gut out your eyes to help ease your way into the next life. We greet the day with a smile and greet the smile with a knife. Will help you receive and conceive semen from a demon. Trust me, I've seen hyenas C-section expecting mothers and piled our fetuses into a heap of forbidden memories. Is there a reason why there is no censoring of the hands that are dripping with human blood? Or why the souls are drowning and no one seems to report the floods? My father's house is fully immersed in water, And on the speed dial, the lady picks and hangs the line. They hang in line, and the next victim taps the vein of the former, receives feed and keeps scrolling. See, it keeps scrolling until they're fully immersed in the vastness of the sea. Could this be the reason why the televised version of things says the victims were suicidal? In my father's house, we dance. Oh, we dance when mama cry. Still a mystery as to how her heart remains rooted and doesn't fly out from the cyclone that has cracked open all the windows of her life chapters. From the disastrous slaughter of her daughter, she bursts out with laughter. And that's the only remedy. That's the only remedy that could at least hold this fuming nuclear reactor. For a moment, that is. In my father's house. Dance, oh, we dance. But mama cry. Penyo is my name. It is. Good evening.
What would you do if I told you that I'm the truth and I would die just to prove it? Would you look at me funny and poke the girl next to you and tell her, I think Bonnie B's about to lose it? We told him he's not half bad at this poetry thing, but now he wants to abuse it. Don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to confuse it. I'm not trying to be elusive. I'm just saying, what would you do if I told you that I'm right? What would you do if I told you that I'm right about what I write, and right now I am right? So please let me recite despite the fact that I just might not have the mic, because you might just let me recite and say, that was tight. But psych! Give me a round of applause! And you know, I only went to private school in primary. Big shout out to Manda Dedi. She's here today, and she's a big fraction responsible for the person I've become and becoming. You know, like, I don't know if she wants to be seen. I'll ask. But the show keeps going, and the show is called Travel Lodge Poetry Nights, and the show happens every single last Thursday of every month. You can compete with elections. I know you guys. You've registered to vote. Agiri. Really? I have. So that's what we're doing it today. But November, the last month, we're going to be here. December, not the last Thursday. We'll find some Thursday in December, and we'll obviously keep doing what we do. Her name is Kazo. I think it's going to be the second time she's doing this today. So she's not a virgin anymore. She's done this, and she's about to have a great time. Big shout out to Kazo. Round of applause. Round of applause.
Good evening. It's not my first time doing this, but I'm a bit nervous. But okay, so this poem. All right, so I tend to avoid being over-expressive when I write my poems. That is why I, most of the time, write short poems. So this poem is titled A Prison Between Us. It's a poem that revolves around having to love someone, even when you know that person cannot love you back the same way you love them, but still you love them. You know, even if you know that it's not reciprocated, it can never be. You still love that person. So this poem says, the prison between us. Captivity is but an inevitable will that binds and blinds. A trembling viaduct between my absence and your presence. A coop between our walls that prison our thoughts and emotions. In short, a prison between us. Thing is, I can but can't reach out to you, nor can I linger in your shadow, for each step I take towards you furthers you away. I'm struggling to dip my fingers into your presence and remind you of what you've left behind the curtain, an entrapped soul. Yearning for the bliss you dance to, as you too ache for my pit's shadows. Between our worlds lies a wall, not too strong to keep up, not too feeble to keep down. Just a facade between two paths, a wall not so much a fan of love. Yes, that is the poem. So the next poem is also about the same. I've been experiencing those feelings lately. So I've been writing many short poems about the same thing, but they're different, trust me. So this one says, I'm in love with an island. Being in love with someone who is reclusive, someone who is not open, someone who fails to express their feelings like you express your feelings. Knowing that that person loves you, but they cannot tell you they love you because they are too enclosed in their cage. That was not the poem. Anyways, so the poem says, I'm in love with an island. I've flirted with peril once too many times. And the last time I did, it intertwined my heart with an island's realm. Funny is, I foresaw the abyss should I leap, yet I allowed my pulse to plunge to the earth. Okay, I'm sorry. You know what? Let me continue this after another poem comes in. Thank you.
When I was in school, I obviously clearly had a big mouth. I mean, you can guess, right? So because of that, I found myself in things like being a prefect, captain of something, president of some club. Eventually, I've worked on radio, I've worked on television, I've done theater. But guess what? Every single time I have to stand in front of people, it's so tough. It's so tough. It's so scary. Trust me, it takes a lot to get on stage, and do your thing. Okay? Sometimes it's hard to do it on your own in the mirror. So you have to appreciate everyone who manages to come here and manage to do the right thing. Big round of applause. She's gonna come right back. She's with one of her friends, and her name is Enchantress. Imagine Enchantress. And she sings. She's going to enchant us in just a bit. It's a good show. We're continuing. We end at 10. Remember to do the right thing. Whenever you see these fine gentlemen and these ladies with the white shirts, these are people that can order your drinks and order your dinner. It's dinner time. You can't go home and cook anymore. So what about pizza do you have? Maybe there's other things other than the pizza that's on special for 149 kilo for 2 large pizzas. Or, of course, the Hunters and the Heineken at 50% off. A whole half price. Do right thing and get yourself a bucket. My favorite points have been arriving slowly but definitely surely. Mutats, already? Can I launch a book, guys? Launch a book, a whole book that was written by a Motswana like you. Imagine. Ben's Point is here. We're gonna have a lovely, lovely time. This is the first time we've done this. We've also launched a book cover by Julie Peacock, and she launched the book, of course, The Chronicles of a Peacock. She's actually here. You can order yourself a copy, and you'll be fortunate to get yourself a signed copy because you got it personally. Do you understand? And of course, big shout out to her. Like I honestly don't even know. Mutlats, come do the right thing. Round of applause.